हेलो गाइस। सो हम आ चुके हैं अपनी नई स्ट्रीम पे। नई स्ट्रीम मतलब पुरानी ही स्ट्रीम बट अबे यार, नई स्ट्रीम मतलब पुरानी स्ट्रीम। एक सेकंड, नो बोलने पे खुला नहीं गया। शिट, यस करना पड़ेगा। स्टार्ट गेम। आई जस्ट होप होप टू गॉड। ओए, मैं लाइव हूँ क्या? मैं बस अपने फोन पे चेक कर रहा था कि मैं लाइव आया कि नहीं। एंड apparently, just apparently, I am live. चलो, let's do this, guys. Hmm, I think this will be better now for some reason. I. Huh, is that so? Wha Why is it still loading? अरे, लोडिंग तो हो चुका है। हेलो, हेलो। अबे धत तेरी की माइक्रोफोन की आवाज क्यों नहीं पकड़ रहा है? गाइस, स्ट्रीमिंग बहुत ही बेकार काम है, मत करना कभी। ओके। हेलो 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 हेलो। So is the mic to do do? अबे यार कचिंग, माफ कर भाई कचिंग। चलो, let's play the game guys। तो ये हमसे पूछ रहे हैं कि 20 रेजिन चाहिए। पक्की बात है कि करना ही करना है। अबे गरीब दिखता हूँ क्या मैं? भाई जितना पैसा, ओए और पैसा आ गया, अब तो और ही गरीब नहीं हो। एनीवेज, कहाँ से खुलती है कैरेक्टर स्क्रीन? और इसको लेवल अप। बूम 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 एंड बूम। नाइस। लेवल 84 कैशिंग। अबे यार, कुछ आवाज ही नहीं आ रही माइक से। कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। हम्म। मैं ना माइक को अपने मुंह के बहुत ही पास लगा देता हूँ। लेट्स सी इफ कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है वॉइस बैलेंस पर। चलो, टॉक टू जीन। तो लास्ट टाइम हमने यहाँ पे रोक दिया था अपना वो जो भी था, क्या बोलते हैं, एम। लेट्स गो। मैं आ रहा हूँ। क्वेस्ट paralogism। ओ शिट, मैं डर गया था, मुझे लगा ज्यादा ऊपर से हो गया। लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो। uh, यार कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, इतनी कम आवाज क्यों आ रही है माइक की? ओए माइक, मेरी आवाज पकड़ ले भाई। क्या दिक्कत है माइक की? शायद मैं ही धीरे बोल रहा था। एनीवेज, लेट्स गो। और अब हमें जीन एल्बिडो के ट्रायल की नेक्स्ट फेज में ले जाएगी। You too, let me know if you're ready, we'll head out। I was born ready, Gene। Nothing really that Now I have to get ready for. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representative on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dalia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Herta represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on the behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. चलो देखते हैं ट्रायल नंबर 2 मेरे हिसाब से पब्लिक था ना ट्रायल मैं भूल गया मिस हर्था have the investigators made any new discoveries पूछती है जीन ओ माय गॉड यानी कि मटर कंफर्म्ड आई सी बट रुको आई नीड टू एनेबल दिस बिकॉज इसकी आवाज मेरी स्ट्रीम में बिल्कुल नहीं आ रही है apparently डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो अच्छी खासी होनी चाहिए या
The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
और रोजारिया कहती है हंसलमन मेन 46 male marital status single occupation hunter consistent with the conclusion in the last trial his disappearance went unreported likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
वही तो Albedo करेगा क्यों ये काम?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. What are you talking about?
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
ओए फूल वाली आ गई क्या करेगी ये? Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there.
Oh my god, plot twist.
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc.
So I guess this will have something to do with why इसका crush नहीं है Diluc पे anymore.
I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
अबे ये कैसी mental case
If I
है?
hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation.
बस अबे ऐसी brain dead लड़कियां कहाँ से आती हैं?
I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Whoop. I see. D-Luke कह रहा है just stepping forward was brave enough, Mr.
Ah,
The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. तो इनको जो evidence मिला वो Albedo के against use होगा. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office. The most important of which is this map, जहाँ पे वो सारी चीजें marked थी जो भी हादसे के किस्से थे. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the location of the crime scenes. काया पूछता है कंफर्म करने के लिए, does this map belong to you? Albedo शांत और फिर कहता है yes. जीन पूछती है, were you the one who marked these locations? Albedo कहता है yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. Sucrose कहती है no. फिर Albedo कहता है, since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on that matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know as well, Albedo. Albedo कहता है, what I always have. I never killed a single person. Albedo अभी तक अपनी innocence पे जारी है.
You have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Arda, you have presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I am not making excuses, I am exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
सही बात. I'm kinda on Hertha's side, bro. Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? I don't know. Ask him. If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragon's Spine. Which reminds me, one of the location marked on the map we found was in Dragon's Spine, wasn't it? फिर कहता है, Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. फिर जीन पूछती है, Can you tell us what you found? फिर Traveler अपनी कहानी बताएगा. You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found on Dragon's Spine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
Could be. I need to think about this. What clues am I missing, कहता है Traveler? First mark location, third mark location, second mark location. What clues am I missing? Okay. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. Interpret. The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawnwine, where D-Luke saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. D-Luke described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There is no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. D-Luke found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night. The two would have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get D-Luke's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. The human remains interpreted. According to the forensic results, the teeth and human bone belong to a monster and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come in contact with the body. So they witnessed what Albedo was like. अब क्या होगा Albedo? Guys, what do you think Albedo ने किया है कि नहीं? यार मुझे story हो सकती है कि Albedo नहीं किया but उसका अपना will नहीं था. Could be, who knows? Let's just आगे बढ़ते हैं. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's the killer? Uh, the human remains in mid conclusion. That doesn't make sense. Interpret. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. Ah. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever associated with the. That doesn't make sense. The difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these three locations on the map found in hidden compartment. There are also some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all three locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But unlike the first two locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witness saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other two. But if the hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? So was it just like investigating something? Interpret Albedo's identity. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he is Creed the Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the five sinners, Gold Rhine Daughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He is also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well conceived. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. सही बात है. Associate with Dragonspine ecosystem and encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo. Bro, I almost forgot. Paimon and I also encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo. And we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. Albedo की तरह exactly कौन लगता है? I am guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should look him up. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of facts, I should only be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just. Okay. I'd like to address the code if I may. I was the one who investigated the office and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that Dragon Spine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there is still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes.
Okay, fair enough.
That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to the map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide those things at 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragon's Point.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
तो फिर सबका टाइम वेस्ट क्यों करो जब इसने किया ही है? Oh, I get it. तो इसने किसी बुरे इंसान को मारा है. Ah. You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. That's the story doesn't end there. ये कौन है? यलान? यूला? मुझे नहीं पता. मेरे पास ये कैरेक्टर है. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
Oh,
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then...
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts.
no, you're wrong, कहता है Albedo कि मैं guilty नहीं हूँ.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
That's what I say, Hertha. That's what I say. If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. Bro, Hertha is literally Kanye, bro. I'ma let you finish. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him. So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Same, I feel you, Beatrice.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see, then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
I brought
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Bro, जो भी कोई ऐसे हाथ करता मुझे लगता है जोजो रेफरेंस पर मैं भी कितना जोजो रेफरेंस चिल्लाऊं यार.
Hello to you too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. Albedo कहता है I have been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies, the Dragon Duran. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in the battle, and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragon's Spine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. Ah. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
And I'm guessing the real me is वो वाली जो ज़्यादा calm है, क्योंकि लिखा था calmer looking her था. The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Herza I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago.
सही बात.
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
So Miles has already been replaced. इसीलिए वो पूरे quest के starting से अजीब सा act कर रहा.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing.
Strange.
Strange indeed.
No,
My head.
my head.
The scar is right here.
Okay, haan पे. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise, Albedo. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or I should say, the spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. All spawn of Durin's life force. A powerful life force and appearance you can change at will. Yet, here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried about the power could affect your accomplices. Then, Miles must be one of them. Sorry. Albedo कहता है, there are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve at the core.
Show us your arm.
Show your arm, कहती है असली हरकत.
Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go.
Okay, so Miles has turned. Oh, Donna भी नकली थी. और इसको
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
He's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
So they are doing a storyline जिसमें आधे लोग imposters हैं और हमें पता नहीं क्या है.
After her.
After her. जाओ भाई भागो after her. बड़े वो भी चिल्ला रहा after her. It's time. Let's do this, is all I hear. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, The events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Dilu picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me. दिलू को पता था all along. तो बाकी लोग क्या झक मार रहे थे? क्या वॉन्ट स्टैटी बनेंगे लोग?
What? How are there monsters in the city?
That's what I wanted to ask. They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent. But fear not, we have been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on monster. तो इस सब Durin वाले dragon के life force के result से है. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. तो चलो अब shit kill कर लेना चाहिए क्या? Provide mobile support to various areas in the city. अबे हम इससे बाहर नहीं निकल सकते. Shit. मुझे उधर जाना है. अबे यार मैं किल कर लेता ना मेरे पास. अच्छा मैं पार्टी बदल सकता हूँ. Cannot configure party.
Yeah.
Shit यार क्या करूँ मैं? हमारा फर्स्ट स्टॉप इधर है. इधर. और ऊपर है क्या? सॉरी गाइस अभी मैं कंप्यूटर वाले से यूज हो रहा हूँ. वेंटी है क्या उधर? तो वेंटी की हेल्प करनी पड़ेगी.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot! Someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll feed you to a drink for your trouble.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we are not here, you know. Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin stopped previous impossible.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back. तो ये लोग सच्ची में बदलते जा रहे हैं और इसने क्या बदले हुए लोगों को बिगाड़ा? Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but less fortunate ones had already been devoured by the monster, who then assumed their appearance. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated those who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victim. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair and the second some teeth and feet. The only bodies Albedo destroyed was the monster's mimic form. Then he buried whatever remained of the victim to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger, Bobopla on Dragon's they promised to tell each other a story, remember? He told me the story of the gardener. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper flower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragon Spine that. यार मुझे लग रहा है मुझे एल्बिडो को स्टोरी क्वेस्ट पहले कर लेना चाहिए. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body in Dragon Spine. So you see, at one point there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and the way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power have the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away. And the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who tried to break the Knights of Favonius' headquarters. Durin's powers remained dormant with them, until, finally, they surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was the affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
Benty Garrett, that's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We will use the power of Anima to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate the thing, right? Benty Garrett, yes, so there are little secrets. If there are little secrets, other people should know. My identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Verti ने कुछ किया और हवा चली. चली चली फिर चली अपने दिल भर को दीवार अपने दिल भर.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should be wind currents across the footprint. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
अबे यार कौन है भाई ऐसे नाम मत थोड़ी. It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. Oh, teri. Ice wale hili chol salge. I've got things covered here. Two Crows is at the crafting table. ये कैथरीन गायब है और काया अकेले ब्रिज पे खड़ा है. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on the bridge. Oh, look who it is. Drop down our city. Get back, he looked at me. That was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Kilu. I appreciate the help. No need, I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together. But you would just melt my eyes anyway. Suit yourself. Aha, alright, tell me. When did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, Kaya has been replaced. Ah, because of the fake Harsa. No, because of you. अच्छा नहीं ये my defense wasn't passionate enough. No, you weren't nervous enough. अच्छा Kaya was in on this और उसको लगा डीलू को कि इसको इतना बुलबुल नहीं होना चाहिए but Kaya को तो पता था कैलकुलेट. Tell me then, Master Deepu, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Oh, here, on second thought. Best not to think about it. Oi! Nice. अब मुझे अबे यार कैसे करते हैं और वो कैसे करूँ?
Don't get frostbite.
और burn. और आगे और इसके और फिर और अगेन एंड एक सेकंड ई करता रह सकता है. इसका एक और इसका एक और अच्छा इसका कॉम्बो टैग है यार मुझे पता नहीं होगा मेरे पास ऐसे
This moment will be frozen in time.
अब कौन है ओए
Retribution!
कहाँ गए चल रहा है मेरा फिर यार अबे यार मैं कैसे लड़ूं मुझे टेक्निकल चाहिएगा अबे ये मुझे कैसे लग रहा है मुझे कैसे लग रहा है
Burn!
Talk to Diluc and Kaya.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had a time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to break that down. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other location. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Haha, believe me, he's had his suspicions. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet!
Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for Kaya, good work as always. Kaya's superior? Of course, stay safe. Official और all कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में यहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं. फिर ये लोग गार्ड्स हैं जो इधर उधर गुलछर्रे उड़ा रहे हैं apparently. और ये बाबरा है और वो कौन है रोजारिया है क्या? Could be. Get close to the injured knights of Pavonius and use Babra's elemental strength.
Let's dance!
ठीक है। ये सबसे बढ़िया काम है। यहाँ पे इतना लड़ाई वड़ाई चल रही है, हम क्या Auto. Talk to the Knight of Pavoni. अच्छा, खुदियो. All right, you should be on.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back to the front line, are you?
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
अच्छा ये स्टोन ये वो है क्या जो गेट पे खड़ा रहता है मॉन्स्टर? Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others hell who need to get back from the front lines. So I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be alright. No, it has to. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So I need you to take care of yourself. How do you do? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonstone, and he's our authority on that region. We should take him at his word. Dragonstone, huh? So the city is going to be in danger. Yes, but the Knights of Pavonius will do whatever we can to protect it. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Ah, of course, come in. ग्रेस की सारी वही नन्हे जिसने सबसे पहला जो क्वेस्ट था इंडिया जब यही थी ना वो भूल गया नोएल ने किसी को छाड़ दिया बेनेट किसी की मदद कर रहा है ये शायद बीट्रिस ही है एम्बर कुछ कर रही है बकचोदी they're here prepare for battle मीका कहता है on guard everyone incoming monsters at 11 o'clock एम्बर कहता looks like we got 25 silly shells 2 blazing axe mid shells and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Okay. So और fight करेंगे. कहाँ पे? अबे इसका से क्या हुआ? Get off. What monster?
Not so hard!
Final warning.
Hey, get him!
इधर से जाके मारो
Now's our chance. I'll be alright. Engaging.
No one escapes my sight!
Neutralizing threats.
I'm getting the experience needed, guys. Now what? Thank God.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Ah, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you are none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us. Albedo, are you okay? The trial was hard on you. I'm sorry, I think you did. I'm so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was completely wrong. So you didn't know Amber. Then I think Yula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you too. I'm no worse for the victim. That sounds like Yula, alright. She's an impenetrable wall. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure! She's someone you can really count on!
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization. So she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen off during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. News came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinate, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. तो इन लोगों ने पूरा उसको प्लान किया और हर्था का जो इम्पोस्टर था उसने बेट ले लिया कि अरे वाह अब तो खाली है अब तो मैं बस यहाँ पे जाऊंगा और
When did that happen?
जो भी
Over 6 months ago.
6 months?
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
And our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect our imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than subjective. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There you are.
There's an informant among our ranks.
Oh, don't worry. Barbatos already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal all the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against him. He would have demanded to know if I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise. And if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that. Traveler, you probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. और ट्रैवलर कहता है मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था मैं पार्ट ऑफ प्लान। एल्बिडो कहता है और उसके लिए मेरी बहुत ज़्यादा स्टोरीज। I know I kept you in the dark, मुझे पता मैं तुम्हें अंधेरे में रखा, बट मेरे पास एक reason, एक वजह। This might not sound intrusive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair, independent reader to discover. Someone willing to see the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I know you would return for Winfield. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha subject to has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. Perfect timing for us to try. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you didn't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The honorary knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor. It is us who should be thanking you, honorary knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Go to Mondstadt side. ये front gate नहीं है? आया?
Incoming.
These darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze houses. Albedo, traveler, if you run into anyone that needs a safe place to wait it out, feel free to send them to the cat's cave. I'll be here to watch over things, so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diana. We'll be sure to just do that. Let's go to Mondstadt. यार मुझे कंप्यूटर पे खेलना बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद। टीम वर्क आया यहाँ पे अपना काम कर रहे हैं। मेरे साथ में बाहर जा नहीं सकता। बंद होगा ना? अभी भी यही है। We'll take it from here. और डी लुक कहता है We'll take it from here. तो दोनों सेम ही चीज कह रहे हैं। Mondstadt का साइड गेट कौन सा है? कहाँ है? मुझे क्या पता? यहाँ मैं आपके पास जा रहा हूँ।
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way. I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the cat's cave. Diana is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Okay. But यहाँ है Mondstadt का side gate. अच्छा ये है क्या साइड गेट? यार मैंने इतने टाइम से Mondstadt मैं पूरा टाइम सुमेरु इतना बड़ा सुमेरु नहीं पूछता रहता हूँ चीज़ों के लिए ये आइटम चाहिए वो आइटम
Yahoo!
नहीं यार खेलना प्लीज।
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo! Traveler!
We're providing mobile support across the nation. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you
Klee, she disappeared right under my nose.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Please.
Wait! Something's coming this way! And it does.
Alright, fighting's first conversation.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
ये क्या करेगा?
Burst forth.
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
दूल्हा क्या करती है? मुझे पता ही नहीं।
Crush.
Good grief. Shudder.
Live.
और कुछ? We won. Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect you.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem, just leave it to Klee. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right, so I need to report back to Master Gene to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to the castle as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Hey, it would be an honor, Klee would do her best. मैं थोड़ा सा थक रहा हूँ, guys. मुझे lower 52 meter. And यहाँ पे कौन है ये? Gene. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Baba Kathy, good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
We're back. Everyone all right?
Amber?
Amber? Yep, right as rain. We are back. Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we are still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Gene. Mission complete. Good to have you back here safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Gene. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My boy Albedo has done nothing wrong. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I'll have a few loose ends to tie. Ah, yes, of course. We can talk about it back at the headquarters. Traveler, Paimon should be there. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to the quarters or to the church to get some rest. Wanna come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pie. Yes, yes. Hi, everyone. Wendy. Wendy, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh well, but does that mean you saw me running for my life? Oh no, apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding, but you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out of the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing subject Stu's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he is no longer mother's only child. On her most perfect creation, it's obvious he found the fact difficult to accept. These emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child mother needs. This mindset arose out of Turin's instinct to complete to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of the subject to's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling is close. Oh, ड्यूरिन आ रहा है क्या? दिवालिन का पैरेलल हो जाएगा क्या? पहले क्वेश्चन में से दिवालिन आया था. फोनिया? Ah, Miss Fonia, here to make your report.
Oh,
During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of the patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go? मेरे हिसाब से यही है वो बोल जो है ना इनके ranks में.
good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? Why are you alone? Do you think he was still mating at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There was a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you are under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over here. भाग नहीं सकते. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from this pouch. And done. अब हमें बैक एट हेडक्वार्टर्स जाना पड़ेगा शायद. यार और डायलॉग मत करो ना अभी. इन लोगों ने अगर कसम से मैं बता रहा हूँ. अच्छा हेडक्वार्टर्स पे टेलीपोर्ट कर दो. अभी के लिए इतना काफी है. बाकी का हम बात करेंगे. क्वेस्ट मैं जा रहा हूँ सोने. गुड नाइट गाइस. It was a nice whatever it was. Wonders of the world. Fend off the monsters from the snowy mountain together with your companion. तो ये बेसिक उसमें वो क्वेस्ट पूरा करने का होता. और कमिशंस मैंने अभी तक रिवॉर्ड क्लेम नहीं किया. कैन आई एग्जिट? हेलो गाइस, बाय. आज के लिए इतना ही. आगे मिलते हैं हम अगली स्ट्रीम में. ठीक है. रिटर्न टू द स्पेशल स्टोरी. मैं ना जाऊँ अरे पूरा होता है क्वेस्ट. ये लोग आधे आधे घंटे का 1 घंटे का लगेगा. ये वीडियो करीब 1 घंटे लंबी तो होगी. कुक तो नहीं करना क्या तो अब मॉन स्टार्ट में सब ठीक है. अब सब अपनी अपनी जगह वापस आ गए. गेट वाले लोग
Add Astro.
इतनी जल्दी ये लोग
Thank you for completing.
चर्च वगैरह. मैं अभी विश कर सकता है ना. 40 फ्री मुझे मॉड चाहिए. हिस्ट्री यार मुझे कसम से एक ये मिल जाए ना. स्टारडस्ट क्या होता है ये जो भी. एक ये मिल जाए और तो मैं खरीद सकता हूँ बेनेट. लेकिन ये लोग देंगे नहीं क्योंकि ये लोग हैं गंदे लीटर लोग. तो गाइस बाय. मिलते हैं अगली बार.